Marfoogle News going live in 3, 2, 1. All right, what is going on, guys? It is Adam, aka Marf, and this is Marfoogle News. So, as you guys know, we did not have a show yesterday. I had a dental surgery, so thank you guys for showing up tonight. Again, there's a lot to go over. We're going to go over that now. Of course, Apple nukes end-to-end encryption in the UK after refusing to give backdoor access. Now, of course, we covered this when it was first mentioned because, as far as security-wise, this is a pretty big deal. Apple has elected to remove its most advanced end-to-end encrypted security feature for cloud data in the United Kingdom after the government ordered the company to build a backdoor for accessing customer data. Now, of course, Apple publicly says they didn't want to do that. And of course, if you know what's going on in the United Kingdom and the UK, it is really, really bad. It is dystopian. They are straight up arresting people and even saying that they want to extradite people for what they are saying online. We have covered some of the crazier instances of that, and it's really bad. Opinions can get you arrested there now, which, again, a lot of people think that we are on that same path, or at least we were on that same path if we continue to get the same way. On Friday, Apple announced that the advanced data protection, a stronger form of end-to-end encryption used on a wide variety of user data, is no longer available in the UK for new users. This affects iCloud data storage, device backups, web bookmarks, voice memos, notes, photos, reminders, everything. I mean, that's huge to essentially take that, all of that, which is ingrained in almost everything, all the way completely out of the UK. Again, this is the notice that people got. Advanced data protection. Apple no longer offers advanced data protection in the United Kingdom to new users. So is this a win for Apple as far as they didn't budge and they ended up saying, well, we'll just pull that feature then? I don't know. As far as the United Kingdom goes, I'm surprised that more people in the United Kingdom aren't really, yelling at their leaders for this. I know that there's been protests and things on some, but gosh, I would think that everybody, as far as how far they've been going, would be out there trying to express their feelings about this. All right, and then before we move on, make sure to go check out Jace. We are completely independent. We are independent media, so make sure to go check out our website. Share us out with everybody you know. But also, if you want to support us in a different way and get prepared at the same time, go over and check out Jace. Again, this is an easy system that you can do from the comfort of your couch. Talk to a board-certified doctor on a telehealth appointment with your phone, tablet, or any other device, and you can actually get an emergency kit with all of the most commonly prescribed antibiotics right to your door. You can also add on things like emergency inhalers. It's really, really great to have, especially if there's an instance where we won't have hospitals or even have anything as far as pharmacy goes. So go over and check it out, marfooglenews.com/Jace. Again, that's marfooglenews.com/Jace, Jase, and make sure to use the code MARF. Not only will you give us credit, but you will also save money on every purchase. Also, check out Jace Daily. You can go there for more details. All right, let's bring in my co-host, internet brother, Dex James. What is going on, and how are you doing today?
Well, hello, Adam, and hello, Foogle fam. I'm doing just fine. A question for you. What do you think is going to happen to Signal or any other end-to-end encrypted app? Do you think the UK is going to mandate that they also put backdoors in, or do they remove themselves from that market?
Well, I mean, all of these, once they pass something like that, they are separating themselves from many countries when they put that out, and they're essentially putting this huge ask. I'm surprised that it was just with Apple, and at that one time, I would think that they would just go across the board.
Well, I don't know if how much further it goes. Like, I don't think Google or the other platforms do end-to-end like this. So when they remove the end-to-end, it just means that Apple can see the data because it's being stored in their cloud. So all they have to do is give them a search warrant, and then they would show them the data. Right now, if a user chooses to use the encrypted system, then Apple can't show them anything. All they can say is there's encrypted data, and I can't see it.
I wonder if other, Facebook added end-to-end encryption. I wonder, why didn't they get asked at the same time, or did they? It makes you wonder, like, if they don't ask a company, does that make you think, even if there is end-to-end encryption, is there some sort of backdoor that they have added already? And that's why they're not publicly asking for it. And then we have, of course, EpiPen. Mr. Jeffrey, the businessman that had his own island and invited pretty much everyone from presidents to popes. Not popes. I shouldn't say popes. We don't know that for sure. There's, of course, rumors, but I don't think the Pope has ever been there, but who knows? So many people have been on there, and so many names are on the initial list that people are really, really sitting tight to see, like, what else is on there? Like, who else is on there? Dex, I guess the actual list is on Pam Bondi's desk.
It is.
So what does that mean?
So she's got it. This is part of the request to get the information ready to be published, and so she now has it. This was, coming the day after Kash Patel was just confirmed to the FBI director. So they should be potentially releasing this any moment at this point. She goes, it is sitting on her desk. It's also sitting there with the JFK information and some of the other information that's supposed to be released. So she's got it all, and I guess she's maybe taking her moment to review it or to see what's going to happen, and then it's going to go, I guess, to the next phase. But we could be seeing this any moment now.
Now, I believe when you get up to these tiers, these people have essentially, they have a guy, right? A guy that, if whatever weird stuff that they're into, I bet you that Jeffrey EpiPen here, I bet he was the guy that provided all of it. No matter if it was young this or young that, or you like to be this or you like to be that, I bet you that island had everything. I bet that we know even just like the tip of the iceberg about this. If you don't recognize this, of course, this is Weinstein on the left. Of course, he got Me Too'd into oblivion with many proof, and actual people come forward. In a lot of cases during the next 2 years after Weinstein, it was like you had tons and tons of Me Too, and you didn't know if they were just lawsuits or trying to extort money. It was definitely like a big hit. Some people ended up getting Me Too'd that weren't. But as far as the people on that list, almost all of the ones that went to the island, they all have one thing in common. Usually they're incredibly rich, and they usually have some, aura of rumor about them being either evil or, kind of weird. As far as that island goes, if you really just were under a rock during that whole time, definitely go look it up. I have actually gotten emails when I mention Epstein, and they essentially don't know who we're talking about. Not even saying his name wrong. Like, they see his picture, they don't know who he is. So I'm very surprised. I'm sure there were many people that I guess maybe don't pay attention to the news and maybe just started. But the guy he was straight up evil. We have so many other people that are on this list, these extremely high up people connected with all sorts of agencies. So what is this going to say? And then Kash Patel also said, as part of this whole thing, if we see this get released, he also talks about there's 7 pages of the 2001 report. You guys know about the major event we had in September. That those need to be released. He said that those absolutely need to be released. As far as the JFK files, he has read all of them, and he has actually said essentially that all of the questions you have, you probably already have the answer. The stuff that is hidden is all stuff that you would not think at all about, that it seems unrelated or like you would never think of. So that has made me curious more than anything, like with the JFK files. Is it tying in, stuff through Marilyn Monroe or Elvis or, just crazy things tied into it? I just wonder what the hell really was going on with the JFK files if we already pretty much know everything about it. CIA this, and that. But what is the stuff that's unrelated? Also, the MLK, all of these different files are supposed to come out relatively soon. And then, of course, our president wants to know if there's gold in Fort Knox. There is. Dex, do you want to go over this and what's happening?
Well, we mentioned Elon was talking about it, and it got raised up to him, and he thought it was a good idea. And now, in flying back to Washington aboard Air Force One, he was talking to reporters, and they started to drill him on it. He said, sure. He says, we need to go there. We need to make sure the gold is there. And then they asked him, why would you need to do that? He goes, because we want to see it. We want to make sure it's there. And he said, and if the gold isn't there, we're going to be very upset. Obviously, that would be a really bad thing if the gold was not there. Now, he said, maybe it's there, maybe it's not. And then someone commented, live stream it, which would be funny, I think, if they actually did, but I don't think they would do that for security reasons. But nonetheless, we'll see what comes from this. But it's now at his level of saying, hey, we're going to do this. Now, what did happen was Besant came out, who is the Treasury Secretary, and says, yeah, they do an audit every year. He said all the gold is present and accounted for. He said it's something that people apparently are very concerned about, and Elon Musk is promising to verify that the gold is still there. He also said he would be happy to arrange an inspection for any senator who is interested, although I don't think we've seen anybody go in there. Maybe once in the 2017, 2018, I believe it was. I can't remember. There was some senators and a governor that got a tour, but I don't think they got to see all of the vaults, what was necessarily behind the sealed vaults. And then the last one was the president way back in like 50 years ago.
Yeah, so the other thing is, like, if you live streamed that and it had way less than it's supposed to, or you see bare floors or something like that, there would be a war started like that day. As far as all of the different countries around the world that have money invested and have their gold stored in our vaults, and then also as far as many people have gold stored in those vaults, that would be pretty horrendous, like instant chaos. Dex, go ahead.
It would be like watching, was it Al Capone's vault? Do you remember that with Geraldo Rivera?
Yep, where it's just completely empty.
Exactly. It was like the big build up, and then it was like, oh, what a letdown. There's nothing in there.
Yeah, many movies have copied that scene in different ways, especially robbery movies. Well, again, join us for the rest of the story. We have a lot more over on Marfoogle TV, all the back page stuff that you need to know about. We dug. So this next show, you definitely do not want to miss. If you're in the chat, you can just stay there. You'll be ported over. Again, if you are watching the replay, all you have to do is click here. We'll see you in just a moment over on Marfoogle TV. Be safe, be prepared, and Marf out. All them people that take you down, just let them hit the ground. All them people that take you down, just let them